Hello and happy New Year, Pisces. Welcome to your 2024 intuitive spring forecast. I didn't get that out right, but you know what it is. It's the spring, it's your forecast for this spring season, this new year in your life. And I'm excited for you, Pisces, because I am recording your messages. You're the last ones. I started days ago, I think back on the 5th or something. It's now March 10th, the day of your new moon. Yay! This energy, as you know, is a rather dreamy energy. I'm just going to light my Palo Santo here because I did not do that for Aquarius. Anyways, for those who may not know me, my name is Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. Welcome if you are new. And to those who are coming back, thank you so much for continuing to be here. At this time, I'd like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, that supports Pisces, greatest and highest good, at any time that they come across these messages. And although these are, rather time specific because we're talking about spring 2024, I trust that whenever you land here, there will be something here for you, and there's a reason that you have come across these messages. So thank you so much. Please do take a moment to subscribe to the channel. That little click of the subscribe button may not mean a big deal to you, but it is a huge deal to me and greatly supports the ability of this channel to grow and reach more of our soul family, our tribe. Comments and thumbs up are also greatly supportive. And it's a way for us to engage and really connect with one another on a deeper level. I mean, here I am standing in front of my computer in my dining room, and there you are in your space watching. So let us begin to connect with one another on a deeper level. That is the ultimate goal. So, all right, with all that being said, we're going to put that down and we're going to first talk about things that we're all, the planetary alignments that are affecting us all, regardless of what sign we are. So as I mentioned, today, March the 10th, is the Pisces new moon, this dreamy energy. And yet, as you know, Pisces can sometimes get stuck in the head, and it can be a little disillusioned, delusioned, and full of illusion. So we really want to ground this energy down. We really want to come into our heart operating from this space. On the 11th of March, we have Venus moving into Pisces, bringing in even more of a dreamy element, more love, this yearning, this desire for balance and harmony and peace in our lives. So work with it because it's working for you. On the 19th or 20th, depending on where you reside in the world, we are going to have our equinox here in the northern hemisphere, spring; in the south, autumn. And this is a happy new growth season for us. This is truly the new year where things are beginning to grow and take root. And it's, as always, happening in the fiery sign of Aries. So on the 22nd of March, we have Mars moving into Pisces, which is going to ignite our inner passions, ignite our heart's desire, or it's going to ignite, perhaps some volatility depending on what you've been holding on, what you've been holding back. So really working with this energy over the next, truly the first 6 to 7 weeks of this season is all about cleaning house for all of the signs. So work with it. If you've got like some of that rage coming up, you don't want to spew it out all over everyone around you. You want to begin to navigate it. And why is this showing up for you? On the 25th of March, we have a partial lunar eclipse with a full moon in Libra. It's known as the worm moon, and it's happening at 5 degrees of the south node. So this is all about change, and this moon is really calling forth that energy of harmony and balance. And collectively, we're going to gain a deeper understanding of our fellow sisters and brothers, our fellow travelers in this lifetime. And that understanding and deepening compassion is a direct result of our deepest unhealed wound, which is going to be bubbling to the surface. If you're not feeling it already, you will be soon. Trust me on that. Um, so it's really coming up. And so this moon is a great time for an emotional release, an emotional cleanse. You're not going to be able to stop it. And if you do stop it, be aware that you are stunting your own spiritual growth and your emotional and physical well-being. So don't repress any longer. Just allow it to flow. Allow what needs to come up and out to come up and out. This full moon is a wonderful time to at the beginning of this season to do a cleanse, a detox, and in particular a parasite cleanse, considering the moon is called a worm moon. If you're interested in more info on a parasite cleanse, please let me know. If there's enough interest, I will do a video speaking about some of the herbs and stuff that we use here in my home. On the 8th, oh yeah, so that full moon in Libra is emotional cleansing for the willing. So you're able and you are ready. Are you willing to allow the emotional cleanse to move through? Please do. On the 8th of April, we have a total solar eclipse. This is the second great American eclipse. It's pretty well crossing the same path as it did back in 2017. And that was in August of 2017. Some of you may remember that. And so this is going to be a shakeup for the Americas, the former first world, the best place on earth. How's it working for you in North America, my fellow North Americans? Because here in Canada, it's not great. And the quality of living has tanked big time. And most are just in survival mode. So this total solar eclipse is happening at 19 degrees of Aries on the north node of the moon, the karmic node. So this is an opportunity to clear that karma that you've been carrying, that burden you have been carrying for much of this lifetime, to clear it once and for all. And the visual I was shown of this eclipse was a golden boot kicking us in the butt. So it's the kickstart to a new beginning. It's a kickstart of a new cycle for the willing. We must be willing and active participants in the processes. Otherwise, if we're just sitting around waiting for things to happen because we believe that, it's our birthright and stuff, we have to claim it. We have to claim it. And yes, abundance is our birthright. And yes, prosperity is our birthright. And yes, sovereignty is our birthright. We, as the vessel, must claim it. The words that I was given for this eclipse is bold, brave, visionary. One who sees the way forward towards their goals. Okay? So that's you. That's me. It's each and every one of us. It's interesting to note that, so first of all, we had the Great American Eclipse in August 2017, 7 years ago. So this is about an opportunity for you to reflect. How are you doing? How have the last 7 years been for you? And to acknowledge the growth, and to also acknowledge where there is still room for improvement and room for growth. Bigger than that, in 2005, we had an eclipse on the same day at the same degree. And the question that came forth when I was guided to make note of that is, what could this mean? So I'm really feeling that in the 19 years, so this is 19 degrees of Aries, 19 years ago, we had the same day, same degree eclipse happening. And so how have we done collectively? How have we done as a society, globally? Are we doing better? And I would, with confidence, say no, we absolutely are not. We are absolutely not. The level of consciousness is still pretty numbed down. And we don't want to get stuck in that numb energy, right? The addiction, the trauma, the pain, we're clearing it. That's what you're here for. That's why you've come across these messages, because you are one of the way showers. You are one of these beautiful souls who came here to flip the script. And so let's do it. Let's do it. We still have Chiron and Aries, the wounded healer. So, those of you who are of my vintage will be experiencing and in the midst of your Chiron return. And I believe Chiron's been in Aries the last year to 3 years. I can't really remember. It's all been a bit of a blur the last 5 years or so, um, last decade, actually. So this is supporting the deepest wounding coming up, right? And so let's deal with it. Let's address what's coming up for us. In this entire mix, we have Mercury entering its shadow on the 18th of March, setting up to go retrograde, and Mercury will not come out of its shadow until the 13th of May. So this time period, March 18th to May 13th, 6 weeks or so, is really critical that you honor the calling of your soul from within to do that work, and perhaps to um, go a bit into that hermit cage, no, get out of the cage, into the hermit cave, and really nurture yourself, showing up for yourself and reflecting on what's coming up. This isn't a time to press forward, all cylinders go. This is really a time to nurture your soul and allow your soul to guide your human into the nurturing that is going to most support your growth. So that's it for the collective energies. I'm just going to move this over here. And we're going to begin pulling some cards. So all the decks I'm working with will be noted in the description box below. And if you're interested in obtaining a yearly reading from me, or an intuitive healing session, or any other type of reading, information will be in the description box below. Don't hesitate to reach out, and I'm looking forward to being of service to you. So let's see what is here for Pisces for the spring of 2024. As you can see, that big dog is waiting for a WALK. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. A new beginning, love abounds. You are the magician. You are here to see yourself and others through the eyes of your heart, the eyes of God that reside within. You are the magician. So if you are feeling trapped or unsure of which way to go, it's really up to you to transform it. If your life hasn't been going as you had hoped, if you're not where you had hoped or thought you would be, then you are the key to changing it. You are the empress, nurturing. This is all about you showing up for yourselves this season, Pisces, loving yourselves as you are in the moment. You are the fertile ground from which all life grows. The empress sitting on her throne. I wish I knew what all the numbers of the tarot cards are. Some of you will. This is a major arcana, number 18, whatever that card is. Anyways, I won't think too hard about it. Confront, is it the Tower? No. Anyways, some of you know, you'll be yelling at me. Sorry, I don't claim to be a tarot reader. I just look at the pictures. But this is coming face to face with yourself, right? It's a number 18, which reduces to a 9. This is coming face to face with yourself in order to complete this cycle, to release yourself from the karma that you were born with and that you have accumulated through this lifetime. Facing your shadow, it's within our shadow. This card wants to come too. Oh my gosh, number 1 again. So the shadow is the place where our greatest gifts are, right? And yet so many people are afraid to look there. We're afraid because it might break our heart. Let me tell you, your heart doesn't break until it stops beating. Until then, it may ache, it may feel pain, and that is a part of the beauty of being human. And the shadow is where we find our treasure, right? So there's no point to turn away and run. We cannot avoid it because we're only running from ourselves. And how far can we really get from ourselves? We can't, right? So face whatever's coming up. There is something going on here with my head. So some of you may be feeling some sensations at the top of your head, and perhaps it's the crown chakra opening or seeking to open. So allow that to take place. Weird. I had that a little bit with Aquarius too, and you were the last two videos, signs I had to do. But look at this. So love abounds. So love is going to support this facing of the shadow. The Empress is supporting the strengthening of the love bond within you. It's inner child healing for you, Pisces. That's the shadow. Honestly, the shadow comes from the inner child. And so I feel like as the mother energy, the mother within you is being called to show up for that child within you, to guide that child into the shadow so that child can heal, so that child can be renewed, and really experience the abundance of love and joy that this life is all about. Okay, let's go to the Psychic Heart Tarot. Oh, that one fell. Oh my gosh, I know what it is. And this one wants to come. Oh, okay, one more, and then I'll show them to you. So two major arcanas out so far. This one. Okay. So the one that fell on the ground is the universe, which is the world card. 21, my number, one of my numbers. 12 and 21 are my numbers for the message. You are a channel of light. You are the channel. You are this channel of love. You are the one here to see all yourself and others through the eyes of God, that of your heart. The next one out is this devil energy, the number 15, temptation. So again, if we are sitting in our wounds, chances are we're struggling with addiction, whether it's alcohol, drugs, food, sex, whatever, bad relationships, negative thought patterns, all of that kind of stuff. And you are the only one that can pull yourself out of this. Pisces is one of the signs, not the only, because every sign has their thing, but Pisces can be very much like we were talking about at the beginning, this disillusioned, delusional energy, and really ungrounded, not putting things into practical use. And then many Pisces can struggle with addiction because of this mental, emotional stuff that they're not dealing with. So this is your call to deal with it. And the temptation is what's the temptation? To love or not to love? And if we love ourselves and show up for ourselves, we're going to do what it takes to clear these patterns in our life so we're not sitting in that addictive energy, so we're not struggling, so we're not going it alone, because you're the empress, right? The queen on her throne, fertile, abundant, loving, kind, healing, creative. This is the energy of the empress. And the final card out here is positive movement forward, number 8. 2024 is a universal 8 year. This is a year that we are being asked to show up for ourselves in ways that we haven't before. If you have a dream, I have a dream, you probably have a dream. Who's going to bring our dreams through if we don't? I don't know. That's why I'm here talking to you because it's my dream. This is what I love to do, to share, to support others, to awaken, to really find the joy in the experience of being human. And so if you're willing to confront the shadow, if you're willing to show up for yourselves, if you're willing to embody the energy of the empress, or at least work towards it, this is saying to you, this is assuring you that positive movement is happening. You are going to be moving forward as long as you're willing to leave the past behind and to do the work to heal, not just leave it behind and say, oh yeah, well, it happened, and That was that's ancient history. So many beautiful souls never address what is ancient history. And if we don't address ancient history, how do we support our soul's growth? How do we grow, right? How do we create loving and nurturing relationships with one another if we're not willing to address what's back there? And this is where a lot of people this is the where a lot of people miss out on the joy and the experience of being human, and the healing that comes with the difficult conversations, the acknowledgement of what happened. And all of us, we come from a long line, we come from generations of stuff that happened that people never talked about, but here you are talking about it, you're doing it, and you're showing up not just for yourself, for your ancestors and the collective, those who came before who couldn't do it. The dream. Didn't I just say the dream? And here it is, the dream. What's your dream? And it's like bringing your dream to life and resting with the Mother Earth, as a water sign, you're really, it's complementary energy, earth and water, the Virgo Pisces axis is the healing axis. And I see that as the walk of the red road in this lifetime. So I really feel like around the time of the full moon in Libra, March 25th, through the next cycle, which will be the full moon in Scorpio, there's going to be a lot of opportunity here for you to shift and to make some positive changes in your life. And you are really the driver. This is a 4. And so, we compartmentalize things in our life, times in our life, and we put them in these little boxes. It's like the trauma response, right? The survival, the things we have to do to survive. We were born to thrive. You were born to thrive. And Pisces, your mind is beautiful. Your heart is even more beautiful than your mind. And you are incredibly talented and gifted. And your dream is meant to come alive. And you are the magician who brings your dream to life. It says something is revealed, insight, and breakthrough. Break through and break free from the karmic ties that bind. Okay? Winter's end. How beautiful. A cycle's wrapping up for you, Pisces. It's coming to an end. You're moving beyond. This is regeneration, rebirth, positive outcome. It's a number 16, which reduces to a 7. Your physical body is the gateway. You are the gateway of light. You are the gateway of abundance. You are the gateway of healing. Show up for yourself. Stop being so, melancholy is the word that's coming. Show up for yourself. Moving from this to the dream where we're allowing ourselves in all our naked glory to be seen authentically as we are. So let's get a final message here from our ancestors in spirit, those who love us unconditionally. And I say our ancestors because we're all connected. We are all connected. So let's see what message they have for you, my beautiful Pisces. Well, that one. Oh, and that's a perfect one. Let's get one more because you are the final one. I did it. I haven't done these readings since 2022. So I'm coming out. It's a new time. Is there another message for Pisces? Yeah, that one. Okay. Oh my God. All right. So the first one that came out, which is perfect, you are not alone. And so many times, especially spiritually minded, spiritually awakening folks, we feel alone, right? We feel no one gets us, no one understands. And yet, there's so many people out there going, nobody gets me, no one understands. This is why I encourage, let's start talking. Let's start communicating. If nowhere else, here on this channel, let's reach out and touch one another's hearts. Let's reach out and show one another that we care because we're not alone. And God is always with us, loving mother and father. Our loved ones in spirit are always around. Our angels have been with us our entire life, our guardian angels, and the archangels are here to love and support us. So we must be willing to open up to the love and support that's around us. We must be willing to see and stop being like, oh, I'm all on my own. It's just me. No, it's not. There's lots of support for the willing. And the message on this card is, we are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending to you. We are your family, friends, and your guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. So if you're not feeling the presence of your angels and stuff around you, ask them for a sign. Begin to communicate with them. Our angels will never intervene, and they'll never intervene without our permission. So we must ask for support. That's like our consent saying, come and help me. I'm ready for your love and support. So begin to ask them to show you, so you can begin to sense them if you don't sense and feel them around you. And what were we talking about? Dreams? Dream talk. Dream talk. And so this is, again, before I read the card, this may be dreams that you're having. I'm talking about the dream that you have had for a very long time. What you would do if money wasn't an issue. What makes your beautiful heart sing and that beautiful child within to come out and play. Go for that. That's the dream I'm talking about, because we all have dreams, and if we all work diligently at manifesting our dreams, what a different world this would be. And we are here to create this new world, loving, harmonic, balanced, abundant, fruitful, where every child's needs are being met in the moment. So the message on this card is, your subconscious is constantly, subtly speaking through your dreams. It's one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, messages, and more. So pay attention to your dreams. This may be a good time for you, Pisces, to begin a dream journal, to begin journaling if you don't journal. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to, when you're out in nature, the messengers, whether it's the birds, whether you receive a feather, perhaps it's the stone people, perhaps it's a tree, perhaps a message comes in on the breeze. Pay attention. If you think it's a sign and a message for you, then it is. And there's no one else that can decipher the meaning of that message for you. It's up to you. And I would just strongly encourage you. You're one of the most psychic and intuitive signs of the zodiac. Trust your intuition. Show up for yourself, because the more you show up for yourself, the better you will be able to show up for others. Love, love, love. Only love is real, and it's all that leaves with us when the heart's broken, when the heart stops working. So Pisces, I trust something here has been supportive to you. If it has, please do let me know in the comments below. If it hasn't, just know it was sent to you with love, and leave with grace, and, put on a happy face. And yet, don't just put on a happy face, work so that face radiates happiness and shines from within out. I see you, Pisces. I feel you. I love you. Until next season, take good care of yourself. Namaste.